Yeah, I just showed up one day and then I was part of the band. It's weird.
I'm Jim. I'm vocals.
Candy vocals.
Saab vocals.
Kyle guitar.
Manny bass.
Enzo drums.
Jason guitar.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
2013 was our first gig. 2013.
Our first gig was in 2013 for
Lakihan Mo Logo.
Lakihan Mo Logo.
Yeah.
That's like an advertising party.
That's a D.
No.
No, that was in Makati. Somewhere in Makati, not Sidio.
It wasn't. So
You weren't there.
the
So
band
stop.
started because Saab and Candy were managing my old band.
And we were best friends.
Yeah.
And we were hanging out a lot, and the band broke up, and then so it was just me and Manny, and we were supposed to be a two-man group with a drum machine. And then they were there all the time, so they started singing along. So sabi ko, instead of making it two lang, gusto ko marami talaga yung sa band. So we asked Candy, Saab to join. Then later on, Manny, Jason, Enzo, and Kyle. Yeah, our first gig was we played 5 songs at an event.
An advertising.
Yeah.
event.
Kind of big event, and like
That
walang
was
practice.
Scary. We took
scary.
tequila shots.
Yeah.
No, it was
Jaeger bomb.
Jaeger bomb.
Jaegers.
Okay.
And
So
then
that became a tradition.
oh, and in
But
the
it's a
car,
different story, sorry.
in the car going to the gig, we were coming up with the melodies of the songs.
No lyrics at all.
So we sang 5 original songs na wala pang lyrics. So
Just wanted to come up with.
With a cool name. We were supposed to be named
Game Shark.
Hadouken.
Supposed to be Game
Game
Shark
Shark,
or Hadouken. Basically, because we love video games, and that's how we bond as a band, and that's how we bonded as friends. So we wanted something to capture that. So parang nung sinabi yung cheats, wala naman cheats. So
I wish we could come up with like a better backstory.
that's
No, we should make up
I mean,
something
that's how
else.
it
No?
is.
We should. For the next.
for the next interview. It's gonna be a different story. So this is historical.
This is fake. Trying to sleep is a terror. Thinking of who is responsible. Breathing around's never easy. It's watching you cry that's impossible. Sleeping alone is just breathing. It's waking without you, that's all messed up. I'll grieve at night, just sleep tight, learn to breathe. I'll grieve at night, just sleep tight, learn to breathe. But I'm still wide awake.
Milk is our latest single. It's part of an EP that we're releasing this year. Milk was a random track, so we've had like 4 tracks set na for this EP, and this was the last one that we wrote. We were jamming, me and Kyle were at home, and he started playing something on the piano, and then it's like, oh hey, let's. So it was like one of those magical nights, right?
Yeah. I felt the magic.
One of
Yeah.
Sure.
Was it you and Kyle lang? Or
It was me and Kyle.
And Enzo rin, yung nandun.
Me and Kyle were at home, so with a keyboard, and then like, sabi ko, ang ganda niya na. And then, we called up Enzo. Sabi namin, Enzo, punta ka dito, parang lagyan mo ng drums. So Enzo went to the house, and with a keyboard was like, pupak, pupupak, pupak, pupupak. And then, sabi ko, and then the next day, I emailed it to the band. I said, let's include this in the EP. I want this to be released.
Well, you made me listen to it, and then sobrang, it was so different from everything else we had done before, but it was just so beautiful na parang, yeah, we should include this.
Ikaw, when you got the email?
Hindi niya pinakinggan.
Hindi niyo pinakinggan.
I never listen to
Candy is the
anything
one
Jim
that's
says.
never listened.
Like every time he sends an email, I'm like, yes, yes.
No, but you deliver
That's
all the time. When you
course.
get to the studio, duh.
I'm always one take. And
Tapos,
sorry.
So, again, we were so pressured to release kasi by March, which we were able to do.
Yeah.
We released Milk on
Feb 28, I think.
Feb 28. Tapos, again, I couldn't write lyrics, so I think that's why kinausap ko si Saab. Sabi ko, Saab, tulungan mo ako. And we wrote the lyrics together.
I think on the same day. We recorded it.
Yeah.
Right?
In the morning.
In the morning. They were like,
Oh,
wait
yeah,
lang,
yeah,
guys. Because I was on my way already for
Yeah.
the recording. And
But
they were like, hang on, we're writing the lyrics.
Yeah. But it flowed out very
Yeah.
easily for us, and obviously with all of our songs, naman, it comes from a personal place,
Experience,
yeah,
yeah.
a personal experience, and it just felt very, very, I don't know. It was a way of healing rin to put it out there, and the most magical lines for me are the one that goes, grieving alone is never easy. It's watching you cry that's impossible. And I don't know, when I said that, parang that's exactly how. But that's the worst thing ever, is to watch someone you love cry. And I think that's wala lang. And I wrote that, so you're welcome.
And I think also when we recorded that song, it was me. Well, when we were recording the vocals for the song, me, Jim, and Kyle sort of cried.
Yeah.
Right? We did. When we recorded that last part, we cried. So it was almost like, I can't do this. I can't record it without crying. Because it was just so heartfelt. And you know that you're there. Like, you know where that inspiration is from. So.
And I think the difference rin for this recording was we recorded at home.
Yeah, we've
So
never
this
done
was
that
the
before.
first time na walang time pressure, like, oh my God.
Walang outsider.
Yeah, ganun,
Wala ring outsider. It was really just purely the band.
Pretty much Kyle produced the tracks, and so for the first time we were comfortable enough na let's experiment with this. Let's lagyan natin ng ganito, ng piano. And I think that's what Candy means. Like when we were there, it was like in a room and walang aircon eh. Kasi
Kailangan patay yung
kailangan patay yung aircon eh. It's super.
Kaya kami umiyak kasi ang init.
Because the mic's super sensitive.
Yeah, the mic
Pinag-
sensitive.
pinag-
Bahay lang naman. We're not. So anyway, I still remember that. Like it was the three of us, and kami ni Kyle nagtitinginan. Tapos si Candy was, singing the high part, the ending, and me and Kyle were going like.
Jim and I go like,
And the funny thing is, when I send like the email to them, it's usually me singing the girl parts. Kasi like, oh girls, this is what I think. Please interpret it as much as you want. Pero like if we listen to the demo siguro, it's me na.
It doesn't have the same impact. Let's just
So that's why they didn't feel it.
Yeah.
Yun. So anyway, ako naman, I think the night before we recorded, sorry. Before we wrote that song, I was in bed, and then I looked at Saab, and then I realized that, it's always nice when it's nighttime because I can grieve alone. That's where it's coming from. Kasi I'd rather me be alone at night grieving than during the day that I have to console someone I love. That's the heart of the song.
Aww.
Yeah.
Trying not to cry.
No,
What about you?
I think it's great that a lot of people can relate to it as well from their own personal experience, right? When we released the song, a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, feels like super, super late." So I think it's almost universal. It's a universal pain, right? So I think that's one of the best things about the song.
yeah, I mean, Jim and Saab wrote the lyrics so beautifully. They made it very relatable for everyone. It wasn't just a specific.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a specific occurrence, but it was very universal.
Yeah. but without them trying to make it, you know, universal, right? It just was. So that's great.
Yeah, I think that's what else?
That's it.
What about trivia?
Last trivia. Before we wrote this, we wrote it for Ultra Milk.
Yeah.
We wrote it for
It's
the...
a sad song.
We
Hindi
wrote
siya
it, sabi
pang
namin hindi to pang cheats, so
Yeah.
gawa tayo. And then when we got to the build-up part, yung dan 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 dan, sabi ko kay Kyle, like, sabay kami na parang pang cheats to. So that's why we said, let's kill Ultra Milk.
Yeah. Because pretty much any Ultra Milk song
Is
becomes
a cheat song. Dreamer reaps what his parents sow. Dreamer sleeps when he's left alone. And I bargain once again. I promised all my friends I'll change. Pretended I was moved. But even when the chances came along, drunk, drug, only when the chances send me home, I'll change. Drunk, I think people always, people see it naman as it's an anthem for people who don't know what they're doing in life.
Or bums.
Do you think that's it's not just people thinking it's about drinking?
I'm glad that people don't see it as drinking.
Yeah.
It's not about drinking. The song is a really old song, di ba? Like I sent it to them. Walang pumansin except Kyle, who wasn't part of the band yet, who probably said, "Oh, it's a good song." Yeah. And that song started from, I had this friend who was who became such a selfish dude, and and I came up with the line, a dreamer reaps what his parents sowed, and a dreamer sleeps when he's left alone. That's all I had. And I wanted to, I tuloy-tuloy na siya. It was super slow, the original, if you remember.
I
remember now. It's in my iTunes.
No.
Demo.
Super slow. And then, of course, when we brought it to the band, si Enzo is always the one who's very, parang gusto kong kulitan.
Yeah. Exactly what I was gonna say.
Enzo, our drummer.
Yeah, so it became fast, it became hyper, and I'm just glad that people don't see it as like a inuman song.
Yeah.
It's not really about drinking. It's
They
just,
don't take it literally.
yeah. So
But there's a line that goes, "I'll change." Yeah. And I bargain and I promised once again. And I'll bargain once again. I promise all my friends I'll change. Which I think that's why it can be seen as an inuman song, an inuman anthem. It's when you're like drunk again and again every night, and you keep saying, and everyone's gone through it na, ayoko nang uminom. But then you'll find yourself drunk again.
No, but I think there's like an underlying
problem
to it. It's not just like, oh, let's drink, whatever. Because that line, yung dreamer reaps what his parents sowed. I really, really love that line. Because it's like, if you hear that alongside the line that you just mentioned, you understand that it's not just a drinking song. It's not a drinking song at all. It's not just like, oh, let's drink. Okay, let's play the song. You know, you understand that there's a deeper meaning behind it. So.
Oh, Kyle, what did you like about this song?
Everything.
That's why Kyle cheats.
Well, trivia. Kyle wasn't part of the band when we made this song, but he debuts as our music video muse in this video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually.
he's a driver in the music video, and he wasn't part of Cheats yet. And then after that, He watch the video by the way.
Watch the video.
Cheats-drunk. And then, well, ang daming reaction sa driver, so we said,
actually, a lot of people
kaya
are
sali ka
asking,
doon.
sino yun? Sino yung driver? Sino yung Uber driver?
So we got you for your looks, not for your guitar skills.
Yes.
Nor my acting.
Joke lang.
Actually, si Kyle has been part of the band technically since the first album.
He recorded some
He
of
was,
the songs.
he recorded, naki-record siya sa first album. He recorded parts in the second album rin pala.
Yes.
Nag-keys ka, diba? And so this, the EP that we're releasing this year, this
Come
is
full circle.
Kyle's first
Were you not
official
part of the second album?
EP. Yeah.
So that's it for Drunk.
Ah,
Sorry.
well, fun trivia rin though. The song, di ba, I had that line. It was, kaya lang natuloy was, the start of the song was that, paano yun? Still drunk. How do you sing it? Yun ba?
Yeah.
Drunk.
That's it. So that's what we had. That's what I had.
Okay.
I just really love that
That
melody. Yun lang ang meron.
That's how you do it.
As in before anything.
Before anything, that was it.
Before a dreamer rapes what his parents say.
I had the line, and then I
okay,
had
okay.
that riff, and then I was like, I want to do that.
Cool.
That's it.
So this year we're releasing 3 EPs, not 1,
Digital.
Not 2.
not 2, not.
But 3.
Ay, not 3.
Call now and you get 1 night. Shut up.
So we're releasing 3 EPs instead of like 1 full album. We realized with the songs that we were making, they were coming in different phases, and it was like, why not, make a theme for each phase. So each EP will have its own musical and lyrical theme, and we plan to release all this year. And all the songs, especially for the first one, were mixed, produced by Kyle. And
At your house.
yes, we're doing everything in-house. This is the first time, and we're doing everything. We didn't get a producer.
Yeah.
So this is really, really our big baby.
Yeah, it's our
OK computer.
Whoa. Okay.
in DIY. I coined that just now. You're welcome.
Nice one.
Thanks.
Sigh. And it's called Ultra Milk. You forgot the title.
Yeah.
Ultra Milk
Called Ultra Milk
1, 2, and 3.
You can stream and listen to our latest single, Milk, everywhere. It's everywhere online. You can also watch the lyric video on YouTube.
Yeah, and you can also follow us on our social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram @CheatsPH.
And you can purchase physical copies of our first and second album on cheatsmusic.com.
Pero the plan was me, Kyle, and Saab, where we were gonna do like this super electro sad band called Ultra Milk.
Yeah. And we had the best drummer too.
Saab was supposed to play drums, never went to the practices, so
That's why it died.
the band
And the
died.
practice was at our house.
And then when we made the song, itong Milk, sabi namin ni Kyle,